Test. 1, 2. Test. 1, 2.
All right, I call to order the city council meeting on this October 23rd, 2024. It's 5:36. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Present.
Councilman Leon.
Here.
Councilwoman Powell.
Here.
Councilwoman Julian.
Here.
Councilman Stevens.
Here.
Vice Mayor Wilson.
Here.
Mayor Harris.
I'm present.
You have a quorum.
Please stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
God our Father, we thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for this opportunity to gather together as a community. It is my prayers now, God, that you give my colleagues and I your knowledge, your wisdom, and your understanding as we prepare to deliberate business that ultimately affect your people. Continue to bless this great city that we call Miami Gardens, its stakeholders, residents, and everyone that has something to do with this city. All these blessings we ask in your Son's name I do pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can't wait for this.
All right, let's make sure that our phones are on silence, please. All right, we're on approval of the minutes.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and Council, before you have the September 25th City Council draft meeting minutes for your approval.
I need a motion on the minutes.
Motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Showing none, show the minutes adopted. We're on order of business. Are there any items that need to be pulled, withdrawn, deleted, or added?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I have a couple things on behalf of a couple council members. Item 6.1, 6.2, 6.3 will be withdrawn from the agenda by Councilwoman Julian. Also, Mr. Mayor, the other request is to have the public hearing items, item 11.1 and 11.2, to be heard after the reports of the charter officers.
All right, I need a motion on the agenda.
Motion. Motion.
Been moved and seconded.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Showing none. Show that then agenda passes.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor. I wanted to, if it potentially add an item to a discussion item, more so to introduce an initiative.
We can add that as, you would do it on a special presentation?
We can either, if it's a discussion item, generally we do the discussion items under 13. But it's up to the council whether you want to do it at presentation or under Councilman Stevens's report.
Yeah, let's do it under your report.
That works.
And then
Thank you.
we can chime in if we need to.
Okay.
I also have one,
You want to do one on your?
this one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do it on your report as well.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Right now, we're on to special presentations. Item 6.4, Elderly Affairs Advisory Committee Quarterly Report by the Chair, Elvis Caines. This is sponsored by the City Clerk.
Mr. Clerk? Mr. Gaines present?
Yeah, Mr. Keynes did. We'll go ahead and withdraw that. He did confirm that he was going to be here today. We'll go ahead and withdraw that from the
All right, show it withdrawn.
Do they have, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Is there a prepared report by any chance?
I don't think, you have anything in writing, Mr. Clerk?
No, they were going to present it today. It was going to be a verbal report to the council. I'll go ahead and get a written report from them and have it sent off to the council.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're on public comments. Mr. Clerk, could you please read the back of the public comment cards?
Yes, sir. Citizen participation is governed by Section 2-60 of the City of Miami Gardens Code. Public comments are limited to matters within the scope of jurisdiction of the City Council. Each person other than members of the city staff who addresses the City Council shall give their name, address, and whether the person is speaking on his or her own behalf, a group of persons, or third party. When in determination of the presiding officer, there are many persons wishing to speak on the same proposition. The presiding officer may direct that these persons designate a representative to address the City Council rather than all members of such groups. All speakers shall be limited to 2 minutes unless further time is given by the presiding officer. All remarks shall be addressed to the City Council as a body and not to any one member. No person other than the City Council members and the persons having the floor shall be permitted to enter any discussion without the permission of the presiding officer. No question shall be asked of the City Council member except through the presiding officer. Order shall be maintained if any person makes personal, irrelevant, impertinent, or slanderous remarks, become boisterous while addressing the City Council, or becomes too lengthy, abusive, obscene, and/or disruptive, or otherwise fails to comply with the orders of the presiding officer and is declared out of order, that individual may be subject to removal by the Sergeant at Arms.
All right, thank you. Do you have any written communication, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. Mayor, Council, no, I do not have any written communications.
All right, public comments are open. First person will be Tatiana Davis, and then Janae Tate. Ms. Davis?
Good afternoon. I'm Tatiana Davis. So my address as well? My address?
Yes.
18840 Northwest 23rd Avenue. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Tatiana Davis. I am your current Miss Black Miami Gardens talented teen. I will be representing Miami Gardens when I go to the state to run for Miss Black Florida talented teen. I just wanted to introduce myself to everyone, make myself known to everyone in Miami Gardens because I will be representing you guys. I'm reaching out and putting a forward hand for any opportunities to work with Miami Gardens, to get myself out there, because I want to work with you guys. And yes, so if you guys have any opportunities for me, if you guys need your Miami Gardens representative there, I'll be there. And yes, I'll be going to states November 8th through 12th, and I'll be there. So if you guys would love to show me some support, because I'll be representing Miami Gardens, I would love that. And yes, I'm going up there. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.
And where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm going to Tampa to run
Tampa.
for Miss Black Florida
Okay.
talented teen.
All
Yes. Yes, so I'll be running there.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Have a blessed one.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tate?
I didn't bring them.
Good evening, City Council and community. Hi, my name is Janae Tate. I'm supposed to say my address for the record, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Everybody want to know where you live.
1050 Northwest 155th Lane, Miami, Florida, 33169. Today, I'm here representing the Miss Black Florida USA Scholarship Pageant. As you just heard from our amazing contestant, Miss Black Miami Gardens talented teen, Tatiana. She's going to be representing the city at our state competition. So I wanted to make sure we introduced her and the organization to the city of Miami Gardens. And also, too, we have over $30,000 in scholarship support for our contestants. I don't want to sound biased, but I feel like, Miami Gardens will bring the crown home. I am a former title holder, so that is my heart. I am a former Miss Miami Gardens 2011. And so for me, this is a way for me to give back to the community to be able to give support to young women. So we just want to let the city council know if there's any opportunities for appearances and volunteers for our local title holder. We would love that. And hopefully one day we could bring this scholarship pageant, which is the largest scholarship pageant for Black women, to Miami Gardens, which is one of the largest Black cities in the state of Florida. So that's one of my goals, and I just wanted to put that out there, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Ms. Hughes, and then Dorothy Smith.
Good evening, Council. Reed Hughes, 3335 Northwest 180th Street, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056. During the February 14, 2024 City Council meeting, a resolution amending the bond implementation plan to Myrtle Grove Park with a two-phase approach was passed. Phase 1 being the gymnasium multipurpose building currently approved in the BIP and funded under the general obligation bond. Also, the city manager recommended the City Council move forward with Phase 1 project as approved in the BIP. On June 17th, an email was sent to the deputy city manager asking had quotes, drawings, or plans, etc., been solicited from architects. The response received on July 3rd was, "We have not received quotes from architects as of yet, as the request for proposals has not been issued yet." In trying to obtain updates of this project, I've emailed council and the legislative analysts on numerous occasions. I've hand-delivered the email to council and the legislative analysts after attending a Leslie Estates homeowners meeting, with the most recent email sent on October 1st, but to date, no response. I've contacted the Bond Oversight Committee Chair for an update, of which hasn't met for a few months, but plans to meet in November. Still no update. October 15th, an email was sent to the Deputy City Manager for an update. The response given, there are no new updates. Therefore, I am coming humbly to the Miami City Gardens Council with respect to your offices and its responsibility, with your representation as a public servant, asking publicly, are there any updates or progress of this project? And if so, please explain why not. And if not, I'm sorry, please explain why not. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes.
Good afternoon, City Council, Mayor.
Good afternoon.
I am Dorothy Smith. I was coming here because I would like to see the image of the city of Miami Gardens change from negative to positive. When we first changed to Miami City, Miami Gardens from Carol City in 2003, we had a T-shirt that the residents could purchase and to say that we are proud of the city of Miami Gardens and we are one. So I would like to bring the T-shirt back. And number two, I would like for the city council to adopt a senior 85 years of age and above. And because we be having a rate of our seniors in this age has dementia, and other people, company have been taking of the senior citizen. And also, so I would like us to have a townhouse meeting with the police department for the residents of City of Miami Gardens concerning artificial intelligence. Because something happened to me that my own Social Security number was stolen. So I would like for us to have a meeting with the resident on this. And also, I'm a senior citizen as well. And also, I would like for the city council to have a townhouse meeting also on the homeowners insurance and flood insurance, because some of our seniors are being pushed out of our homes because we don't need flood insurance, but some of the state citizen insurance company insisted that we had to have flood insurance in some of the areas here in the city of Miami Gardens that we don't need. So I want to put that on notice for the city council. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Ms. Cunningham, and then Mammon Tisdale.
Good evening. Gail Cunningham, 19001 Northwest 14th Avenue Road, Miami Gardens, Florida 33169. I am humbly honored to stand before you as an informed, involved, engaged, educated, empowering, concerned resident. I have the highest expectations of and respect to the office which you chose to campaign for, and as a result, being publicly elected to a public servant position in this uniquely diverse city. My respect to all persons on the dais, the expectation of mutual respect is a given of great import. Therefore, when developing, planning, implementing, goal setting in the city, it is imperative that the inclusiveness of my voice in the think tank brainstorming area be heard personally or via representation before the thought gets to the table. During this time, remember, I would like to be talked to and not talked at. My vision has no room from the dais where you are seated for confrontational statements, instigant statements, statements of intended intimidation, untruths, deep-seated responses, derogatory statements with the expectation of being one-up at any time. The office, the position should not be used in that manner. Verbal and undocumented criticism being spewed at any time does not depict the beauty of our unique, diverse population growing in our city of Miami Gardens. I implore you to always reflect on the oath you have taken and exhibit behaviors which are indicative of the high expectations I have of you as a publicly elected public servant. I am one of a population of estimated 113,000, and you are 7 of 113,000 estimation, who must be unified with genuine respect of human beings to move our uniquely diverse city forward. I will always give thought to my presentation, the receiving audience, who I am representing me, and how it will be received before making a decision. Mayor, can I please finish just this little statement?
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Okay. Statement that I may not be able to substantiate or give validity. I applaud those of you seated on the dais who have, does, and I expect will always continue to respect the office. I know and act on the definition of the responsibilities of a publicly elected public servant. As I leave the podium, if anyone has a comment today or need more information as to what has been stated, remember, you have been greeted in a disciplined, respectful manner, decent and in order, with grace, no intent stated or ill will or any being inferred. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Garvin Adams, Mr. Tisdale is next. Yes, and then Mr. Garvin Adams and Beverly Bash.
Good
Or
evening.
Bush.
Good evening, Council. Maymon Tisdale, 17031 Northwest 11th Avenue. I want to speak on item 12.3. The item state, it says that we donated money to the Northwestern game for bleachers. You got a city council, you got the district that donate $10,000 every year from 2014 to 2024. I want to know why we involved in the municipality down there donating $4,600 for bleachers, and they only cost $750 for 250 seats. $3,100 missing somewhere. And we never needed Miami Garden help for bleachers because it come out of the funds. Each school get $5,000 apiece. We never need no help from Miami Garden. Now, I see we donated $4,600 for bleachers. I spoke to the Park and Recreation on Monday. The bleachers only cost $750 for 250 seats. That's for the band members and the band. I would like for y'all to tell me why we did that. And I'm a Rocket and you a Bull.
And I'll be glad to tell you after we finish.
I would like to know because you have the Commissioner Cup, you got the VIP tent, you got the Alumni Association. We feed everybody. The football, not the football, the All them eat, the band eat, the cheerleaders eat. But we shouldn't have to go here and donate the tent. I did my research. That those bleachers only cost $750. $3,100 missing somewhere. Y'all talk to me later.
I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Mr. Adams, Garvin Adams.
Good day. Garvin Adams, 3400 Northwest 200th Street, Miami Gardens, 33056. I came here to talk about, I'm driving around that 27th Avenue since January. We talk about repairing that wall up there. The race team people that donate money to us, not to you, but to us. We're supposed to fix that wall up there. It looks terrible. And we have people coming in here for the Formula One, the football, the 3-day singing concert thing this weekend. You have all different people coming here, and the wall looks terrible. Second thing is 199th Street. They did some work on it. They leave holes in it. My tires go down in there. I drive there all the time to go to and from. I don't know about you guys. The inspectors need to make these people and them repair that. Beginning of January, I talk about the cable company. Leave the cable alongside the sidewalk that you guys made me paint my wall on the threat. And the cable is still there. Part on the wall, part on the ground. You have kids going by there. It floods there all the time. It's electricity inside of that. Might not be much, but there is. It's still there, Doc. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Beverly Bush.
Good evening.
Good evening.
One and all at the dais. My name is Beverly Bush. I reside at 3125 Northwest 205 Street. My concern is about, and I am in seat 1. My concern, not that I'm complaining, please understand, I'm not complaining about the concert. I'm complaining about the after effect, and let me share with you. In the wee hours of the morning when the concert is over, and most of my neighbors, we're pretty much up in age, we are asleep, are awakened with all of the chatter and the giggling and what have you. Here's the point. When the concert was over, they directed the people down past the canal, on that canal road, where normally during the football games, their cars parked. But they directed these people on feet, and it was oodles of them. And remember, that was a 3-day affair. Directed them down through there. Well, when there's a big football game or whatever, other activities, they put up these big floodlights. They didn't do that. So these young people were moving towards the street lights. That should never happen again. It shouldn't have happened then. Should never happen again. Now, whoever it is that owns the stadium needs to be reprimanded and informed that it is their responsibility to take care of these people. They shouldn't be roaming our neighborhoods in the wee hours of the morning. And I went out to talk to them. I can't help it. When I have a question, I ask. And they told us that we were sent here. So they got all these little machines, little go-kart looking things, coming up and down the street with the little sirens on. you know, should never happen. Please make certain it doesn't happen again. And thank you.
Thank you. Karen Hunter Jackson.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, and everyone that's here. I am Karen Hunter Jackson. I reside at 1420 Northwest 199th Street, Miami Gardens, 33169. I would like to address the environment at North Dade Regional Library during the current early voting period and during the primary. The conduct of the candidates and their workers was and is unconscionable. I am here to ask you to prevent what happened to my workers doesn't happen to anyone else. The night the polls closed, my vehicle was surrounded in the parking lot with my team in my vehicle. They blocked my vehicle from leaving the grounds while recording a video of themselves taunting my team. This was the culminating incident after my team had been subjected to verbal and physical assaults during the entire primary period. The police were called almost every day, and some days multiple times by my team and other candidates' teams. The videos of some of these instances have gone viral. What is most disturbing is that some of our current sitting council members took part in this behavior. And I'd like to know, and my team made police reports as well as the other teams. I'd like to know what this council can do or will do to take action to prevent this type of behavior that I just described in the general election for this current season, because it has just begun and the madness has already started. And I don't think anyone should be subjected to that. Your work should stand for itself, and candidates should not have to be harassed and abused in order to run for office. Thank you.
Thank you. Denise Brown, and then Christine Malcolm.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Denise Brown, 19821 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Miami Gardens, 33169. Just wanted to make this short and direct. I've been here in front of the council on multiple occasions asking for the council to support community violence intervention. There are various nonprofit grassroots organizations on the ground in the city of Miami Gardens doing work and supporting a lot of families in this community. When I come to the council meetings and I see monies being distributed for various reasons, but I never see anything going directly to support community violence intervention. And I'd like to know, if this money is being distributed, is it being distributed within this community where the taxpayers live and we pay the taxes, and you're using this money? I understand that a lot of the issues that are on the council agenda are important, but the people who live and reside in this community are important as well. And any money that you have should stay in the city where the people are paying the taxes. Thank you.
Thank you. Then it's going to be Roxana Hernandez.
Good morning. Good night. Christine Malcolm, 18910 Northwest 31st Avenue, Miami Gardens, 33056. When large-scale events are held in the city, either at the stadium or if it's a city-run event such as karaoke, a debriefing of some sort with some residents group needs to be had. Last Saturday, the city of Miami Gardens held its karaoke event at the newly renovated Rolling Oaks Park. And there's one thing that I noticed that needs to be addressed moving forward, and that's accessibility for handicappable people. More than once, I noticed individuals having a hard time maneuvering their wheelchairs, walkers, and in some cases, people had balance issues going through the grass. Now, I spoke to Councilman Leon that day, and he informed me that there were golf carts available to bring individuals to the stage or near the stage, but many of the people that I spoke to did not see the golf carts nor someone to help them to get to the stage. So moving forward, I have a suggestion on putting a sign up so that these individuals know that this is there, that they have an option instead of trying to maneuver themselves and have people help them to get to and fro in a grassy area. Now, I know it's a new park, so it has nothing to do with the park. It just has to do with events happening in the city for us to be mindful of individuals who have disabilities, be it visual or some kind of disability, they need help. Now, also next week, there's going to be the Halloween event at Betty T. One thing I'd like, and I'm going to say this on record, no one needs to be parking on the sidewalk. That is a consistent thing that happens when events are held at Betty T. Last Halloween, 4th of July, folks are parked on the sidewalk on the ADA ramps. The ADA ramps are there for a reason. They're not there for vehicles. They're there for pedestrians to utilize. So that is one thing, and especially, and I have photos of this, right there on the corner of 32nd and 196th Lane. That's where everyone's parked. Please make sure that no one's parked there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Roxana Hernandez, and I live in, my address is 19211 Northwest 51st Avenue, Miami Gardens, Florida 33055. I'd like to appreciate the opportunity that I've been given to express my concerns as a citizen, so thank you so much. One of my main concerns recently is transportation. I feel that transportation is expensive, and firstly, I would like to say that my mom is the one that takes me and my siblings to school, and mind you, she works an hour away from home, so imagine how much gas she's spending weekly on us and her job. And recently, I started to take Uber, and I feel that the price is unreasonable and expensive, and it's expensive. So I did a bit of a research, and I see that in Miami Lakes, they have this app called Freebie where transportation is free for citizens, and I feel that Miami Gardens should do somewhat the same thing and maybe make the app more reliable and reasonable for us. So thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Corliss Spencer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Corliss Spencer. My address is 9954 Southwest 224th Street, Cutler Bay 33190. And today I'm here to express my concerns about the misuse of drugs. With the misuse of drugs, it has been harming our communities, not only my communities, but other communities as well. Has been harming communities as well, breaking families apart, causing a higher population of deaths and overwhelming resources. With the addictions and overdoses that we have, it's increasing, and I strongly believe that there should be a stronger preventative thing to help with, drug overdose and addiction. I also believe there should be better education when it comes to saying no to drugs, like how we have the organization of DARE in schools. DARE isn't as proactive as it used to be, so I believe there should be more organizations that come to schools to talk to younger children or even people my age. I'm 18, and there are younger children that get access to it and they become addicted to it. I also believe there should be, instead of promoting ads that persuade people my age or children younger to smoke these vapes, to get these carts, the cigarettes, the weed, whatever it is, I strongly believe that there should be ads that shy them away from wanting to buy those vapes or go to the drugstore or I believe the ads should speak more about how, well, thank you for the opportunity anyway. You guys have a nice day.
Thank you. Are there any more public comment cards? All right, public comments now closed. We're on reports. Councilman Stevens?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before I dive into my report of events and upcoming initiatives, I want to introduce an initiative that I brought forward an idea that I brought to the city manager's attention. This has been something that has been pressing for me as we talk about improving the quality of life holistically for the Miami Gardens community, and ensuring that it is the community in which you can live, work, and play. And that is a proposal for economic improvement, targeting our major corporations. As part of our continued efforts to enhance the economic development of our city and ensure a high standard of living for our residents, I'd like to introduce an economic improvement plan that aims at the major corporations operating within our jurisdiction. The focus of this initiative is to direct corporations to improve not only their service, but their aesthetics and functional aspects of their properties while enhancing the overall quality while provided to customers. Given their crucial role in our local economy, I believe that holding them to a higher standard would result in tangible benefits, including increasing customer satisfaction, high local spending, and the creation of a more attractive environment for residents and visitors here in the city of Miami Gardens. I will to work with the city manager and his team, whomever he identify, to implement the 9 different the 9 different aspects of this improvement plan. I'll send a copy to the manager, and at which point we can roll out and discuss it and further as we work to improving the quality of life holistically for the city of Miami Gardens. So that's that. On Friday, October 11th, we held a citrus all-inclusive tropical brunch here in the city of Miami Gardens in partnership with Radiance Production to kick off the renowned Carnival weekend, which was a huge success. I invite everyone to come out and join me for our Table Talk Tuesday on November 5th. At 6:30 p.m. at our local Starbucks for a conversation over a cup of coffee. It's my ongoing community conversations where we sit down and discuss business that you would like to see happen and things that your concerns in the city of Miami Gardens. Starting next week, I'm proud to announce that 7 students from Miami Norland Senior High School would start dual enrollment classes to earn their certificate in Homeland Security as part of our city-university partnership, and they'll be taking classes out of the Betty T. Community Center. So that's a huge win for us holistically. For more information, you can contact our Director of Educational Development, Mr. Sherman Gant, who has been working diligently to ensure that this program continues to move forward with Miami-Dade College, Florida Memorial University, as well as St. Thomas University. And then on November 25th at 10 a.m., I'll be partnering with the Progressive Firefighters Associations and 99 Jams to host our annual Thanksgiving Drive turkey giveaway. I do want to shout out that both the fraternities and sororities that's present has worked with me diligently annually for the for this turkey drive. So I appreciate your service and your commitment to the community as well. And that would take place at the Betty T. Ferguson complex starting at 10 a.m. That ends my report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Powell.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad to see that everyone has made it through the storm. And I just want to thank the council for everything that was done to help our city prepare for it. And I just want to say, in the business of health, that stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. So I appreciate the sandbags that were given out. So what's been happening? First and foremost, I attended 2 meetings just to get to know you. One by Rainbow Park with their team meetings, and also with Crestview. They were very informative, and I just encourage everyone to participate in your community meetings so that you will know what's going on and you can address issues at that time. It was very informative, and I look forward to attending more of those meetings. Yesterday was our first walk and talk with the doc. Unfortunately, we're all sugar plums, and we could not walk because we were going to melt in the rain. So we did have a nice conversation. So I encourage on the second Tuesday, we will be at Bunch Park. We're going to talk for 30 minutes for the community meetings, and then we're going to do our 20 laps inside in the on the track. And then on the last Tuesday at Scott Park, we will have our Scott Park meeting at 6 o'clock, where we will do 30 minutes. We'll talk and discuss and get to know what's happening, and then we will walk. And this time, bring an umbrella. And finally, for kickoff, we've been doing a Healthy You. It's on the YouTube channel for Miami Gardens every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and I invite you to share with anybody you know. My goal is to have a healthy city, because a healthy city is a wealthy city. Tune in at 1 o'clock every Wednesday. We've been talking about breast cancer and supporting people with breast cancer, and today we talked about dementia and memory loss. Next month, if you know anybody who has diabetes or is interested in learning more about how to prevent diabetes or cure it, that will be the topic for the month, as well as fitness. And finally, on Friday, we're going to laugh it off. We're going to have a comedy show here at Betty T that starts at 6:30. We have 6 comedians coming in honor of breast cancer. There's healing and laughter, and it's going to be a wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Oh, I forgot one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks to our vice mayor, she gave me the idea to have a health tip. So you're going to hear from me as a physician. And the health tip for this council meeting is prevention is better than cure. I'd like everyone to plan your meals for the next 2 weeks and see if you don't feel better. That's my health tip.
All right.
I plan on having a burger tonight.
It's planned.
It's planned. Councilman.
Good evening, everyone. I want to take this time out to thank the community. As we prepared for a storm that didn't come, we took an opportunity to use those supplies that this community had to take them to another community, which was very grateful to receive that. And when I tell you that, you don't understand how blessed we are in the city of Miami Gardens to be able to govern ourselves and have a reserve and have things in place until you get to another city and they don't have that in place or don't have people like us that serve them. They sit on a city council and only one person looks like the community that they're serving. It tends to be very dispiriting when you see a bunch of different 18-wheelers going into a city with supplies, and we're the only one that's making a right turn when everyone else is making a left to go into underserved communities. So I want to thank this community for pouring out. We were able to receive over 1,200 cars that came through there, and I'm not even sure how many cars attached to each family. So again, thank you for your outpouring of support. I also want to thank the city manager's office, capital improvement, parks, on a great karaoke in the gardens, being able to execute that park and have it up and ready to go so that the people can enjoy the park. I'll tell you, every single day there were cars. Mrs. Assistant City Manager Paulette had to run the community out of there from riding through every single day, just the interest of the people ready to be in that park. So again, thank you for that. That is my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman Baskin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do want to remind, well, I don't want to say remind, but my first event is tomorrow, October 24th. It is the breast cancer event where I am, thank you, just bringing awareness and just awareness to breast cancer and the effects of younger women. So that is the focus for the breast cancer event that will take place. And then on November 12th will be my first community collaboration meeting, since the last one was canceled for the storm. Because of the storm, we did not have. So that will be November 12th at Buccaneer Park at 6 p.m. All are welcome to attend. And I am happy to announce now the start of my teacher recognition program, recognizing some of the teachers at the schools in the city of Miami Gardens, because I believe that in order to have thriving children, we have to have motivated and happy teachers. So I am starting this program to just highlight and acknowledge those teachers that are going above and beyond to serve our children in the city of Miami Gardens. And at this time, if it's okay, Mr. Mayor, I would like Ms. Doris Harden to please stand. Miss Doris Harden, believe it or not, turned 91 on October 19th. So a happy belated birthday to you, Miss Doris. And last but not least, to the young lady that came up.
Miss Harden, come front and center. We all want to see you.
Center,
come on.
please.
91.
91. Still driving, still looking sassy,
Still
still
driving,
getting around, still shopping. Yes.
Y'all give Miss Harden a hand clap.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, can we go down for a picture with Ms. Harden, please? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Let's do it. 91.
Come on down.
91. Doc, what she taking?
Yeah.
This doesn't. I know.
What's up?
Right. And last but not least, Miss Black, Miami Gardens, I would love for you to attend my breast cancer event tomorrow. So afterwards, please see me so I can get your contact information. Okay? That concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Yes, I would like to start out by giving a special thanks to a winning team. Our administrative team at the city continues to do a bang-up job. And it's just like getting in your car, and every morning you expect it to crank up. And it's always a shock when it doesn't. Well, this team has never not crunk up. They've never not done it. And the thing that I want to say to you is that we had almost 250,000 people go through this city this weekend. I need somebody to shout.
Yeah.
Almost 250,000 people came through the roadways and the highways and the byways and made Miami Gardens their destination. And for the most part, they left here safe. And we will remain here still, what? Being a city on the hill.
Yes.
Now, do we not have perfection? No, we don't. But the lack of perfection gives us a goal to continue to be better, to continue to get the feedback that we receive from our residents and to make improvements. I am glad that we only have 5 criticisms, because we could have had 5,000. That means that every time that our residents have come to us, we have taken notes and we've scratched it off and solved that problem. When you were at karaoke on Saturday night, they came from all around the Tri-County. They didn't just come from Miami Gardens. They came from Hollywood. They came from Palm Beach. They came from Liberty City, Orlando, Goulds. They came here to this city, and they left with joy. And I think every once in a while, we need to say, somebody needs a pat on the back. And I know it's hard for folks to sit and listen. See, they'll listen to the negative, but they don't listen to the good that has been done. You know, each quarter almost, we have recognized service organizations like the one that's out here.
Amen.
And they didn't start doing the work yesterday.
Oh.
I told y'all when the AKAs came, I said I was the little girl y'all picked up, right? On Saturdays. It was this organization. I was the president of the Arcanettes.
All right.
And it takes this kind of commitment, and it takes this kind of determination to be able to continue to make a difference. So to Mrs. Watley, I was so happy to hear so much on the news about where you got your sand from, where you needed to go. I was so happy to hear on the news about the residents having to get their passes so that they can get in during our stadium events. I was so happy to get the feedback from my residents at my Meet Me Monday so that I could bring those things to you. I don't look at people when they make a complaint as a problem. I look at it as an opportunity to solve a problem, okay? But here is what I know as an educator.
All right.
That it's always good for the teacher to know that the child has learned. Right? It make you feel good. That you didn't know before, but I see you getting it. And so I would like for our residents to know that the teachers want to know sometimes that we got it right with you. That I did solve 2 to 3 to 4 of your problems. That I did get an answer for you. That we did do something right. Because regardless as to what anyone says, the people still want to come to Miami Gardens. Now I got one more thing and then I'm gonna move on with my comments. So when I got to Betty T's Saturday morning, there was a lady there that was doing a breastfeeding class. And you know what she told me? She said, from the moment that I crossed the line, Miami Gardens residents were up. They were doing the domestic walk. We had a tournament here. You got karaoke that's coming later this evening. You got all of the kids that are coming here into the stadium. And there is a hustle and a bustle and an excitement in the air. They didn't live here, but they felt it. They felt it in the place that we call home. We got to be proud of it. Do we have work to do? Yes. I don't mind the work. I don't mind the work. I don't mind the work. I mind the lack of appreciation for the work. And every once in a while, if you don't appreciate it, it makes me think that it ain't nothing I can do to make you happy. But that don't mean that the work ain't gonna keep going. Okay, so now, Councilman Leon, I want to say thank you for the karaoke. I want to say to the chief and the team that was out there that moved those folks in and out of our regional park, it was an incredible event. And the grown folks were out there and they had some of the best food. I wasn't afraid to ask them for some of their seafood pasta. It was real good, whoever it was that gave it to me. And it was good because I lived through it, right? But I'm telling you that it was a wonderful evening for grown folks to be together and for all of us as one people under this city to really just have a laugh out loud moment and to enjoy one another. I was grateful for that. I want to also say to the police department, you know, I know that we had some issues because Katrina got in her car late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the people were in and out of the city so fast, I missed the traffic. I said I missed the traffic. They were in and they were out. When the sun came up, I was riding in my vehicle because I was looking for trash, Miss Paulette, and I didn't find any because the roadways were clean. But it don't seem that nobody noticed it but me. But somebody worked all night to clean it up, to make sure that when we rose to a clean city. Do we still have work to do? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got to fix the wall. And people don't know that as we fix the wall, we got to go to court in order for people who haven't done their business right to get the authority to fix the wall, just like in Leslie Estates. We can't even fix the roads because people are afraid that they're going to have to pay some money. And we're going to fix the roads for free. So it's a lot of mindset that we got to deal with in order to make things happen. It's not that we're not aware, but we got different obstacles to overcome. So I'm just saying this, that sometimes when you keep asking the same question and we keep giving you the same answer, and we telling you that we're working to try to make this thing right, you don't really want to hear it. So it's no need to keep responding. All right, let me go on with my notes here. So I want to take the opportunity to say these things to you guys because I realize that we come to you for you to solve the problems that we have. And I want to say to you, thank you, because you've been doing a great job of helping us to really solve the problems that our residents lay on our tables. And we appreciate all that you have done. The senior staff, the top-level administrators, and the folks even as our residents. We appreciate all of you for giving us the feedback that helps us to make stronger and better decisions. This past weekend, we had the Colors of Cancer High School Basketball Tournament. Miami New Orleans Senior High School won that tournament. And what was brought in, I want to say to my colleagues, thank you for coming by. Thank you for bringing your own experiences to teach our young men who are scholar athletes how their talent can be used to bring notice, to heighten the awareness of what so many families are battling, and that's cancer. Whether that cancer is lung cancer, which my father died from, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's pancreatic cancer, we are finding that the colors of cancer are more than just pink. And so we have to be able, as the doctor is saying, to try to integrate new health tips into our everyday lives. And I just want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all for coming out, and I want to thank you all for the information that you gave to the young people. And I want to say a special thank you to you, Mr. Clay, for your assistance in helping me to put this tournament together. And I didn't realize how fit you were, you know, but one more time, but
he had on his referee uniform.
Yeah, and the city manager. Well, we're gonna leave that alone. But so I want to thank you for that. I want to also. I did have an issue of discussion that I need your help with, and I have a question. The school zone. that are now monitored. Yeah, the school zones are now monitored. Is that true?
What do you mean?
Like, in other words, if it's monitored by cameras?
Red light cameras?
No, I'm talking about the speed zone. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Uh-huh.
They're not up yet, are they?
I don't believe they're up yet.
They're not
Vice
up
Mayor.
yet.
Well,
They're not up yet.
I done had 2 people to tell me they got tickets.
No,
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
the school buses.
School buses.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go
Mr.
ahead,
Mayor,
Mr. Mr. Manager.
Can I have someone from police address this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, all right.
Assistant Chief Nangiso?
It's not the school cameras on up, but the
Thank you.
school buses have cameras on them.
You know when the arm come out?
Yeah.
If anybody passed that, they take cameras from the school buses. But here,
Mayor,
Okay,
council,
yeah, okay.
city manager.
Mhm.
No, the Red Speed is not up and running yet. We still have to do the public information send out, and the tickets that you may be talking about is probably the school buses through Miami-Dade. It was probably the school buses. We are not ready yet. They're still going through the permitting process
Okay.
and the installation. Because there was a couple schools that we were still waiting for information.
Okay.
Because what happens is, we need to know where when they're having breakfast, and when dismissal comes, there's also a time when they have after-school programs.
Okay.
So we're waiting for the schools to send in information. Red Speed has it now, and they're going to incorporate the times to click on the speed.
Okay, all right. Here's what I want to make sure of. I want to make sure that before they are put into effect, that there is a public notification that goes out to every single resident to their door, so that they can be aware exactly of when this is going to take effect and what their expectations are. That's number one. Number two, what I would like you to do is to make sure that the signs that are in front of the schools are have the times of the exact times that are consistent with the operation of the school. Because there's a time in front of Parkway that the kids are not even there. You follow me?
Yeah.
And so since that road is a heavily traveled road, and some of our school buildings are being repurposed, there are not even students in some of the buildings anymore. So I don't want residents to find themselves being ticketed in areas where they should not be. And I want to make sure that not just only in the newspaper, but to their door, that a notification goes when this is going to be in effect. Because at the end of the day, these are parents and others that will be driving and may not be aware, and they would have a $200 ticket. You
Yes,
follow me?
Councilwoman. Yeah, right now,
Okay.
currently, the chief is we're waiting for the representative from Red Speed to come. The chief will be doing a public service announcement. We're going to put it on the video. We're going to publicize it, go through the city, and then it'll be placed out. And also, when it comes to the signs, that is put up by Red Speed. They're going to put in there saying it's monitored by a camera and a laser
Okay.
for the speed. So that'll be all, when everything's ready to go, we'll make sure that we go through, the mayor and council and our city manager before
Okay.
anything is put into place.
And it's going to be mailed to every door.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
But before you leave, could you address the school bus camera tickets?
That's done through Miami-Dade. So what happens is the school buses, again, if you're traveling east, north, south, west, whatever it may be, the school buses have a camera and a camera on the buses. So when you pass those buses and they have that stop sign out, you will be issued a citation. Everybody thinks because there's a little medium in the front, that doesn't mean anything. There's a medium between the sidewalk and the street where they're pulling over. You have to stop. When that sign comes out, you have to come to a police stop. You cannot go, because people think, well, I'm passing it on the side. No, if you're going across, it doesn't make a difference. They will capture your tag and send you a citation. And again, that's not through the city of Miami Gardens. That is done through Miami-Dade.
Schools.
Schools. Yes.
Right. And so that's why I'm saying that our residents need to know, and they want to know, because nobody wants a $200 ticket. That's a lot of money, okay? All right, so to the doorsteps, right? Inform them. And then I just have one more comment, and I'll be on my way here. I have my Meet Me Monday on Monday, November 4th. At that meeting, we will be planning for our annual toy drive and giveaway. We'll be talking code enforcement and the annual prosperity basket giveaway. And those funds, as someone indicated earlier, are coming from the community benefit for the community's benefit. Yeah, amen. Thank you. That concludes my announcement.
I don't have a report. I just want to take this opportunity to thank our police department and our code enforcement department for the work they did this past weekend. We know it was very, very busy in our city, but when our city is busy, our small businesses make money. And I just want to thank our police department for doing a great job, our parks department for doing a great job, our code enforcement for doing a great job, and keep up the good work. Let's continue to keep up that good work because we are a city that's full of possibilities. We are a city that's has the opportunities to benefit from a lot of these events that take place in our city. And you guys have done a tremendous job with making sure that our residents here are safe. So thank you. All right, we're moving on from now.
We're now on to ordinances for first reading. 9.1, an ordinance of the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, authorize the city manager to enter into a ground lease for the property generally located at 2775 Northwest 183rd Street, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056, in accordance with the lease agreement attached here to as Exhibit A, provided for adoption, representation, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing severability clause, provided for inclusion in code, provided for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city manager.
Mr. Manager.
Good evening, Mayor, good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. The ordinance before you is on first reading. It's in regards to the development site on 183rd and 27th Avenue near the U-Haul site. In May, this past May, we brought forward a proposed agreement to move forward with the development of that site. It's approximately 516 units along with about 14,000 square feet of retail and businesses. I know that the property development team member is here, and we're here to answer any questions regarding the proposed development agreement. This is the first reading. We will have a second reading on this sometime in November, but at this point in time, staff moves and recommends the project moving forward.
I need a motion on this item.
Motion. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion from the dais?
I don't have a discussion, Mr. Mayor. I just would like to say I am extremely happy to see this project moving forward. I think it's a long overdue, and I am in full support as we continue to improve the quality of life.
All right. Mr. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Councilwoman Baskin?
Yes.
Councilman Leon?
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian's not here. Councilman Stevens?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Mayor Harris?
I vote yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Item 9.2, in order to the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, amending Chapter 1 of the City of Miami Gardens Code of Ordinances by creating Section 1-14 entitled Alternative Methods for Advertisement and Public Notice, to authorize the publishing of legal required advertisement and public notice on the public accessible website of Miami-Dade County in accordance with Florida Statute 50.0311. Providing for adoption, representation, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing a severability clause, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city clerk.
Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, Council, recently the Florida legislature has changed the way that we can do public notices. Currently, right now, a lot of our public notices are done through the newspaper. Miami-Dade County has recently changed their code to allow municipalities to have access to their public notice website. This will allow the city to go ahead and post our notices, such as notices for second reading ordinances, some notices from our procurement department, notices from our public works department, building department, all departments to be posted on the Miami-Dade County's public access website. The only certain notices such as ordinances with regards to the budget, because of trim compliance, those will still have to go through the newspaper. And also with this, annually, my office will have to send a notification through the newspaper to the residents of the city of Miami Gardens of those who wish to get direct mail or direct subscription to any notices that we publish. With that said, I ask that this council approves this ordinance.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move the item.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Baskin?
Yes.
Councilman Leon?
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell?
Yes.
Councilman Stevens?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Mayor Harris?
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. All right, we're now on to the consent agenda.
I need a motion to take the consent agenda in its entirety.
Motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Showing none, show the consent agenda pass.
All right, we're now on to the reports of the city manager. There are no resolutions, no quasi-judicial zoning items. We're now on to the reports of the city manager, city attorney, city clerk.
Mr. Manager?
Mr. Mayor, I have no report. Thank you.
No report,
Madam Attorney?
No report.
Mr. Clerk?
No report. All right, we're now on to resolutions, public hearing. Item 11.1, a resolution of the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, authorizing the renaming of Northwest 191st Street from Northwest 29th Avenue to Northwest 32nd Avenue as Phi Beta Sigma Way. Authorize the city manager to change the street signage, providing for adoption of reputation, providing for an effective date. And this is sponsored by Councilman Leon.
Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
First of all, I know we wanted to do this separately, but as fate would have it, both of you are here today, brothers and sisters, so we're going to go ahead and do this together. Both organizations have done outstanding work throughout Miami Gardens and throughout the country as a whole, so we want to applaud you for that. This initiative of Divine Nine street naming is to highlight the service that you not only bring, like I said, to Miami Gardens, but you bring to the country as a whole. We see that our vice president, her initial call went out to Divine Nine members in order to start getting the word out. So that just lets you know how powerful the Divine Nine is. And I want to congratulate you on this street renaming. I ask that you continue to do the work that you're doing throughout this community and continue to be a pillar of the community. With that being said, I would like to move the item.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Mr. Mayor,
I forgot.
This is a public hearing on
Public
this
hearing
item.
on this item? I did, I forgot. All right, I have 3 public comment cards. 4. Do you have any written communication, Mr. Clerk?
No written communications on this item, sir.
No? All right. So first up would be France Marie Bullard, LaWanda Williams will be second, and LaToya Conley will be third. This is we doing the signal. All right. Okay. We'll start with Michael Horn. Mike Horn. Mike, you gotta learn how to write, bro. I'm about to bother you about your Carroll City education, bro. I owe him that. I owe him. Him and Shara and Trina. Oh, well, no. I owe him that one.
Time start. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Council, staff, residents, guests, and most importantly, my sisters of Zeta Phi Beta. I'm Michael Horn, and I'm the education chair for Phi Beta Sigma, Rho Sigma chapter. Phi Beta Sigma was founded on January 19th on Howard University by 3 young men, A. Langston Taylor, Charles I. Brown, and Lyndon F. Morris. Our motto is culture for service and service for humanity. Our core values are brotherhood, scholarship, and service. And I believe that it resonates deeply within the heart of the city of Miami Gardens, which we see that we all put our dedication to building a more vibrant and stronger community. The Rho Sigma chapter, established in 1927, is the oldest Black organization in South Florida. Additionally, Rho Sigma has founded Beta Pi chapter, which was founded at Florida Memorial College, now Florida Memorial University in 1947. Today, we continue to mentor and oversee collegiate members of Beta Pi and Lambda Tau, which is our FIU, many of who transitioned to our chapter. Our chapter history is one that is sustained in engagement and service to the residents of Miami Gardens since the early 1970s. Rho Sigma has also a Beta Club, which we started with the young men in the 1970s. Councilman Reggie Leon, this street name is very important to us, even beyond the reasons that you said, because when we was younger, I didn't know any fraternity. So at least when we drive down the roads, they can ask questions of what is that, and which can lead them to higher education. Renaming this road Phi Beta Sigma Way will also be a testament to our long standing in the community and the service that we provide, which shows our commitment to the city of Miami Gardens. It would be an honor not just to have the fraternity's historical significance, but also a tangible impact which we have made through our programs that we provide to the city. This co-designation aligns perfectly with the values of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. It will serve as an inspiration to future generations to come and a reminder of our responsibility to build a stronger and vibrant community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mr. Edmonds, Roy Edmonds.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
To the mayor, council, women, councilmen, to the audience, to the residents of Miami Gardens, to the lovely ladies of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, to the mighty men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. We are humbled by the opportunity to have a street naming after our fraternity. My brother, Mike Horn, substantiated a little bit about history, and I'm going to substantiate a little bit of what makes us poignant in Miami Gardens, what makes Miami Gardens poignant to us. In 1994, Rho Sigma chapter adopted what was then North Carroll City Elementary School, which is now Barbara Hawkins Elementary. That mentorship came from our brother Oliver Ashley, please stand. When he saw that young men needed some mentoring and that we were the ones that were able to do that. Also, throughout the history, we had in our chapter, former chief police of Miami Gardens, Matthew Boyd, former vice mayor of Miami Gardens, Andrew Campbell, also a member of our chapter. We see you have a building next door of the Honorable Robert Parker. He's also a member of our chapter and of our fraternity. As you noted, Michael Horn, community leader, Stanley Jean-Poix, community leader, Brother Ray Smith, community leader, Oliver Ashley, educator, Brother Terrence Gibson, stand up. He was an educator at Robert Rennick and our international director of Bigger and Better Business. We have Starrick Smith, who is entrepreneur and owner of the restaurant Smith and Lewinsky, and just to name many, 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 many others. We also, Ron McKenzie, who is director of IT here. So I can go on and on with the list of what makes this fraternity extremely significant with the city, and we just want to thank you for allowing us the opportunity to make a presentation and to be a rich part of this city with Divine Nine. I also want to thank your mayor, who actually came out to one of our events a couple of Saturdays ago and actually posted it in Instagram on your website, brother, Mr. Mayor. We appreciate you for that, and thank you for hearing me out. Appreciate it.
Marcelin? Here's Am. You needed me to say the last name, too?
Yeah, I need you to say the last name.
Here's Am.
Yes. Mr. Harris. You my brother's best friend. Are you 30 years?
Bro,
Are you still
30
under
years, bro, 30 years.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marcelin Fields Aim. I'm the current president of the Rho Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma, and I'd like to thank you all for having me here. And I'd like to also thank my lovely sorors of Zeta Phi Beta as well. I'm here to speak about the current activities that Rho Sigma currently have within the city of Miami Gardens. On September 28th, we did a Sigma Day of Service where we purchased groceries for senior citizens at the Winn-Dixie on 27th Avenue. We also have a Sigma tie event at Carol City where we help the football team, taught them how to tie a tie, as well as we purchased meals for their next game. On January 13th and on April 6th, we assisted Councilman Reggie Leon with his MLK Day of Service, and on April 6th for his day of cleanup. We also had a Black History yard sale on February 24th at Diamond in the Rough Gym, which is located in Miami Gardens. And as Brother Edmund said, we also adopted Barbara Hopkins Elementary School, where we did various events. And on October, we did a Fathers in Education event. As well, we participated in the Trayvon Martin Peace Walk on February 3rd. We also had a Meet the Candidates event for Miami Gardens, where we also had our Miss Baskin participated in that as well in Zoom. We had our NARAB 100 City Community Impact Day on April 13th, with which Mayor Harris was able to attend at the Upper Room. In addition, we hosted a kidney walk at Betty T. Ferguson. We participated over the years in the Miami Gardens Thanksgiving Drive. And we participated in the Earth Day, where we were the only fraternity that was there to assist with the city of Miami Gardens in Betty T. Ferguson. So those are some of the things that Rho Sigma has participated with the city of Miami Gardens. As you can see, we're closely bonded with the city. Oh, I forgot our Rho Sigma Senior Day, where we assisted the seniors with a workout at the Miami Gardens Senior Center. So those are some of the things that we have going on, and then we continue to work with the city of Miami Gardens, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. You guys know that the Omegas and the Kappas over here getting mad, man.
No, we don't get mad.
We not gonna have all that in here.
Point of order. It's the Omega that's giving the Sigmas the street.
Ooh, boy. There you go. I need a motion on this item. We already motioned?
Yeah, we already have a motion second on the floor.
All right. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Yes.
Councilman Leon.
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell.
Yes.
Councilman Stevens.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. We're now on to item 11.2, a resolution of the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, renaming 161st Street from Northwest 41st Avenue to Northwest 38th Court as Zeta Phi Beta Way. Authorize the city manager to change the street signage, providing for adoption of reputation, providing for an effective date. And this is sponsored by Councilman Reggie Leon. This is a public hearing as well, sir.
All right.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman.
please accept my comments from the previous one to apply for this one. And I want to give a shout out to my classmate, LaWanda Williams. I move the item.
Oh, second.
Item been moved and seconded. It's open for public comments, and we have a public comment card from Ms., and it's 3 people on 1 public comment card. So, Ms. France Marie Bullard will be first.
Let the record reflect that they've saved paper.
They're preserving the environment.
Good evening, Mayor Harris, Vice Mayor, and council members, members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and the community. My name is France Marie Bullard. I live, work, play, and praise in the city of Miami Gardens. So
Amen.
thank you.
All right.
And on behalf of the members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude for the recognition of Zeta Phi Beta Way. It is an immense honor to be acknowledged by the city for the work we are passionate about, uplifting our community through service, scholarship, sisterhood, and finer womanhood. Today, Eta Nu Zeta chapter celebrates 52 years of service. We, and along with our sister chapters, have committed all of our years of service to this community and surrounding communities through scholarship support for high school students, especially in our areas, our adopted schools, Barbara Hawkins Elementary, and now City of Miami Gardens Elementary, partnering with the Miami Gardens City Projects, hours of community service, and as residents of this community.
LaWanda Williams, Chapter President of Beta Tau Zeta Chapter. Your recognition not only inspires us, but also strengthens our resolve to continue fostering positive change. We appreciate your ongoing support and partnership as we strive to build a brighter future for all. And just to note that Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Beta are the only constitutionally bound divine-eyed organization. We're on contract. We have papers. Thank you.
Latoya Connolly, President of Mu Gamma Zeta Chapter. Mu Gamma Zeta Chapter was chartered May 28, 1983, and we service the areas of South Kendall to Florida City. Although we are not Miami Garden residents, we support this area and our sister chapters. As an alumni of Florida Memorial University, I will always support this area. So once again, I will conclude with saying thank you for this meaningful recognition. Together, we can accomplish even more for our city. Thank you.
You good, V? Y'all good over there?
See the paper.
Thumbs up?
She said pinky up.
I ain't gonna start. I ain't gonna start.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we already have a motion and second on the floor.
All right, call the roll, Mr. Clerk.
Councilwoman Baskin?
Yes.
Councilman Leon?
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell?
Yes.
Councilman Stevens?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Mayor Harris?
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
before we adjourn, so the way we'll take the pictures, we'll have the ladies come first with the council, and then followed by the men.
All right, let's adjourn the meeting first,
Right.
and then we'll do it.
I make a motion.
Oh, go ahead and finish reading off the.
Oh, there are no written communications at all, and there's no more items on the agenda.
All right, now I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Show this meeting adjourned.